Do 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 do. You know, when I was a boy, there was a Dixieland concert every third Monday of the month at the restaurant of my parents where I grew up. That's why I love that sound. It reminds me of the happy, careless days of childhood when there was no cheese in my life. It was a sad time as well because of lack of cheese and lack of StarCraft, because StarCraft wasn't made back then. At least not in the beginning. But now it is. And now we shall have some cheese. The cheese is real. And it looks like we have an old replay here. Hello, Surreal. Greetings. I wonder, is surreal like a play on words on surreal, or is it surreal? I wonder. Anyway, in the top left, from all inspiration, it's Bunny Willis. Facing off versus the Red Terran, who is Nova. We have Protoss versus Terran on this old-ass map here, on this old-ass patch, probably. But then again, Blizzard patches every other day. So, you have to load out of the game, all the overlays don't work. And it looks like Bunny Willis will be cheesed here by Nova. I smell a proxy incoming here, probably double Rax proxy on the way as soon as he has the money. He has stopped making SCVs, by the way, because he doesn't need more than what he has apparently. And I would bet my ass that Bunny notices the lack of SCVs and the lack of SCV production. What he surely will notice is the lack of Rax. The Rax lack, as we like to call it now. I'm gonna call it Rax lack today. The Rax lack is real. The lack of Raxes, the Rax of Lexes, because they are on the other side of the map, trying to throw Marines in your face, or possibly even Marauders, who knows. He's looking for the proxy here, or he's looking to proxy himself here, probably, I don't know. Let's see what Bunny Willis decides to do about this. 3 Rax even. Wow. And attack labs, it's gonna be Marauders. There's gonna be Marauders in the mix. Gonna be a nasty piece of cheese here. Marauders, of course, very good versus Protoss, especially with the slow upgrade. But it looks like our little probe might get a kill here for his troubles. Well, what he does is survive, and he is delaying mining here, more importantly. He really wants that. He really wants to kill that SCV. He wants to be a hero. Our little proby boy here really wants to be a hero, wants to kill this SCV. Of course, he has shields that heal. Oh, he just one hit. Boom goes the SCV. The probe sacrifices himself to take out the SCV there. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we have, of course, the concussive shells upgrade and the supply depot. I don't know why you would build a supply depot here. Is it just to give the SCV something to do? How will Bunny react to this? There's a Stalker and a Zealot out that can, of course, not hold this. Although there is a shield battery now, which basically doubles the unit count for Bunny Willis. Because the shields just never drain here. Second shield battery coming out as well. And these things, of course, spawn with full energy. So they can pretty much go on forever. Marauder is one of the few units that cannot be repaired by a Terran SCV. Next to the Marine and the Reaper, I believe, and the Ghost. Basically everything bio. Except I believe the Hellbat can still be repaired, even though it can be healed as well. So I'm pretty sure you can repair a Hellbat, so you could technically repair and heal a Hellbat at the same time. Scouting Barracks is coming in here to see the high ground and give the Marauders the range they need to try and break this ramp. Bunny Willis needs I would say he's gonna pull the boys. Boys have been pulled. Should probably try and get a sentry out so he can force field half of these units up the ramp. As you can see, this is a super strong push here. Bunny's struggling very hard to get out what he needs. Finally, the warp gate is finished and the immortal is out as well. So this will help him tremendously. Tickle beam will take down this barracks eventually. Ooh, if he loses this warp gate here, he's gonna have only half of his warping in capabilities left. Oh, wow, the immortal does so much damage to these marauders. Jeez, did you see that? That guy was half health and instantly died from these badass cannons that this guy is carrying. More stokers being warped in. Of course, another marauder. More marauders are being produced down here. And he will eventually take out this. Boom. Boom. Yeah, I think it takes 3 hits. It looks like. Yeah. It's like by 1. They deliberately made it so it takes 3 hits. Boom. So that's like a weird trade-off because Marauders are very good versus Immortals and Immortals are obviously good versus Marauders, it seems. But I think Zealots would be best versus Marauders if they can get up close, I think. By the way, still not making any SCV, so Bunny is still ahead in workers here by a bunch. And eventually, of course, this will snowball out of control for Bunny here. If it doesn't lose units, he has a warp prison that can warp his units around now. And finally, the force field goes down and we'll be able to take off the Marauder up there. And then suddenly the barracks is getting shot at continuously as well. And once this dies, he will not get up this ramp that easy anymore. So, of course, Nova is still totally all in, and he sees that he is on the losing side now, and sad face shows us this. Oh, he can actually pick him up before the shots hit, and then... Oh! Damn! While the shots are still midair, he can pick up... Damn it. See that? That was such a... Ooh, the mule coming in for the repair. Shield battery, so brupk. So brupk. Well, so are proxy buildings, buddy. Don't complain. Could be worse. Could be Dark Templars out, ruining your day. Oh, Bunny. Hey, the trash talk is coming nicely into play here. Yeah, so could you if you put, like, build an occasional SCV, you know? I mean, it's not like you don't have the money. Actually, you don't have the money, okay? I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. You actually don't have the money. But, yeah, this is not gonna work, I think. I think this aggression is over. The half of the bio is very low on health. There's a lot of stalkers out now. And Nova decides to get the fuck out of there, and Bunny takes the game, defends the cheese. Very, very held. Hey, Sniper, nice of you to join us. Let's see what else we have for you guys. But first, let's have the beautiful intro once again. I'm gonna make the soundtrack myself. Shaboom! Wow, 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 wow. Cheesy! There we go. Of course, I have to log in again now. Or maybe just Alt F4 the game and start it again. Yeah, Tech4 made that intro for me. Thanks a lot, buddy. I'm sorry. Let's go into game number 2. That is so weird, Chris. I cannot see you on my viewer list. Anyway, In the top left of Cyber Forest Leather Edition, we have the blue Terran, that is Mouthfeel. The Mouthfeel is real. Facing off versus my good friend and manager and captain, it's All Inspirations, Tech 4. Going for the early pool here, it's 12 pool time. Pow. And it's gonna be a proxy hatch versus Terran. What better be a beer? My Coke? I like to drink Diet Coke, it keeps me fresh. Well, Coke Zero really, but... Hello, says Mouthfeel. Hello, says Tech Force Probe, Drone, whatever, worker building. Let me just build a hatchery at your entrance, so you can't fucking wall off, because that's just hilarious, you know? Oh, rum. Ooh, if you ever come here, I will have a very, very nice brand of rum for you, Surreal. I will have a very, very nice brand of rum to try for you. Milenario from Peru. Super expensive, but super smooth and good and nice, and it's got a super nice mouth feel, you know. Man with gun versus slimy pool of Zerg infestation. I can actually imagine that. I'm gonna have to try it though. It's very hard to get Dr. Pepper here. Actually, it's not very popular in Switzerland. Cancel the building. Lings are pouring in here. You can see the little streams of red lings pouring across here. Another hatch goes down. And the wall is up now. So it's gonna be tough for Mr. Tech 4 to kill our Terran friend. He has 3 Marines out now that will shoot everything that moves, because men with gun are very good units. He is ahead in tech. There is an SCV blocking the expansion for Tech Force, so let's see how he can... Let's see how he can get out of this situation here. Will he Baneling bust his way in? He has no Baneling nest, but he has roaches. Roaches are in them. Nope. No roaches in the making, actually. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can build a proxy hatch there if you want. Guess he wants to build the roaches across the map, so they hit earlier, which is a sound idea if you ask me. Yes, CVCs, there is not much going on in this base, and I am still in a world of trouble. Although I think there's Hellions out, there is no siege tanks yet, so I guess once siege tanks hit, it's gonna be very, very much easier for Terran to hold here. There is an Overlord in position here to spot the high ground. Can see it here, can see the high ground, can see the tech lab being built, so he knows he has to do something soon. Let's see what he decides to do. Morlings are being made here, and a Banshee's on the way now for Mouthfeel. Hellions managed to sneak past and attack the Zerglings. Slow Zerglings are very, very bad versus Hellions. Unless you manage to surround them, there's basically no way you can... Ah, we have Speedlings now. That's a complete other story, because they can attack while the Hellions retreat. But the Hellions will be... Oh, Banshee's out now. Siege tank on the way. Cloak for the Banshee is on the way as well. Tech 4, of course, without having a layer, cannot detect anything. And the Banshee will kill Lings very, very smoothly. It's 2 hits per Ling. Queen can take out the Banshee, I believe, in a one-on-one. I think. Nope. cannot. It cannot. The second queen will be able to, though, if he doesn't repair his Banshee. Tech 4 is still totally committed to this attack. He's not building drones. Oh well, he's actually building 2 drones now on this side of the map. Probably to build... yeah. Air defenses. And detection as well. So that's gonna be a nice retreat here for his army, you know. And the weekends when there's no fights, they can go back here and retreat on the creep, you know. Sunbathing. And if he moves up here now and can take out the SCVs while the bunkers are building, then it's gonna be very nice for him, since no bunker means it's very, very hard to get on the low ground here. I mean, he has a tank up here, reaches probably until about here, I would say, but other than that, he has no way. Another queen's gonna die here. It's gonna die. Does he have lair yet? Nope, he does not. So no mobile detection for our boy Tech 4. We'll still try to delay these bunkers. Maybe a bit of an overreaction there, cancelling that bunker. That bunker gets destroyed, though maybe not. More SCVs die to this attack, and Overlord gets taken out. Malfield is still doubling the worker count of Tech 4 here. So I must say, I feel like Tech 4 is in a very, very hard spot, and he is aware of that. Think I lose GG, and that's how cheese can fail. What a sad, sad day. What a sad day. Let's give us 5 seconds for Tech 4. Yeah, so sad. That's a good point. Let me try to copy it. I would greatly appreciate if you could vote for my band. We entered a contest to play at an open air in Germany, which would be our first ever concert out of Switzerland. So if you could do this. It's easy. You enter your email address. You flag 10 Donatis, which is my band. You hit send at the bottom, which is called Abschicken in German. Abschicken. It's not abs chicken, it's Abschicken. Although a chicken with abs would be a nice sight to behold. And the whole thing is, of course, in German. And then you get a mail with a link that you have to press so they know your email address is verified. They will not save your email address. They will just register the vote for us. So if you want to see me play at an open air in Germany, please vote for my band. Anyway, we are moving on to game number 3. That is on the old patch as well. Oh hell, it's on the old patch as well. On Kairos Junction. In the top left, we have our boy from Team UR. It's Blazeva, the Master Cheeser, facing off versus another barcode, Zerg. It's I-I-L-I-I-I-1-I-I-L-L-L with the good luck. And we have an SCV, a very, very early SCV moving across the map here. Let's see where this bad boy is going, what he's going to do. He's gonna be proxying, probably, yeah, probably. Look at him. Overlord reports back to base. Spotted an SCV. That was means spotted an SCV, in case you try to learn Overlord. I wish I could make custom... There we go with the proxy. I wish I could make custom voice packs for StarCraft. I would totally make an Overlord voice pack. So you could learn Overlord while you're playing. That would be a nice thing to have. Get to know your Overlords a bit better, you know. Yeah, surreal. They are all newcomer bands, so this is gonna be an online voting and until February 3rd, and then They are going to decide on, I think, 6 or 8 bands, and those 8 bands will battle in 2 contests, and I think the 2 winners will get to play at the open air. It's basically a nice way to get a new band or an underground band, say it like that, to a big open air, on a big stage with a lot of people. So, of course, I'm very excited about this. If it works, it's going to be a huge step for my band. Since we've played a lot of gigs in Switzerland, but there's usually like 50 to 100 people. Our record, I believe, was our CD release party with 120 people. That was quite a lot, but of course at an open air you have 1,000 or 2,000 people depending on the open air size, so that's a huge step up. Zerg has detected a Blaze of Us build here, but there is a Ghost on the way. Ghost Academy, of course, a nice favorite for Blaze. Tendonitis, didn't I write that? Flag tendonitis. Tendonitis. I'm gonna spell it out for you again. Tendonitis. There we go. He is forced to retreat. The Ghost, of course, is left here all alone like Kerrigan was back then. But this Ghost is not getting a cocoon. He is getting a grave. Never say die. Never say die. And now on the back foot here is Blaze. What's he gonna do? There's Baneling Nest out. Zerg is out for blood here. Wants the revenge kill on the supply depots with some Banelings. Morlings are on the way. And, well, there's gonna be Hellions out, but Banelings as well. 6 Banelings, of course, enough to kill a supply depot easily. And once the Lings are in the base, they are in your face, and it's gonna be hard. So hard. Let's see how many Lings we have out. It's 27 Lings and 6 Banelings. So that's a lot of Lings to have in your base. There's not a lot of units out. There's gonna be a second Hellion in a second, but I don't think... Oh, he actually manages... Did he manage to wall off again? Oh, God, that's such a nice hold there. The Lings are about to break through, but lots of them died. And the Hellions are roasting away and actually... Oh my God. That was so close. Oh, that must feel... Yeah, right? What the fuck, dude? Oh, that must feel so bad for the Zerg, man. That must feel so bad for the Zerg. Oh, that was like literally one more Zergling, one more surface area, and that thing would have died. Jesus, man. You should probably build another supply depot there. Yeah, well, you maybe had the perfect blind counter, but this is Blaziva we're talking about, man. He's not fucking around. Yeah, go ahead. Now we have Lings in the base. It's gonna be a hard hold. The boys have been pulled. And it looks like... I don't think... Terran has lost 9 units so far. One of them was a Ghost. Probably some SCVs. I don't think you can see what units have been lost, so... Oh well. More Zerglings are on the move. An expansion is out now for Zerg. It has not been droned. He's still on 13 workers, 2 in gas, so 15 workers in total. Meanwhile, we have 21, 22, 20, now 25 workers for Blaziva, so he is ahead in economy. Even has a Viking out now. Let's see where he wants to do. He's gonna take out... Yeah. You should probably start building outside again, buddy. Zerg is still actually believing in a victory, it seems, here. I don't see it, to be honest. Zerg is... yeah, there we go. Well played by Blaziva. Imperious hold. That was such a close hold there with the... Oh, God. My God, that was so close. buying what? The rum? What are you trying to buy? Surreal. Oh really, I need to log in again? So annoying, man. So annoying. Sorry, actually. So. Oh, endless space. Okay. Whoa, endless. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not familiar with endless space type of games. Anyway, moving into game 4. Another pre-patch. Okay. I have actually Civilization Beyond Earth, and then I have Stellaris. And there was another one, Alpha Centauri. I have a retro version of that. In the left side, on the left side of the map, the blue Protoss is Butch. Facing off versus our boy. It's all inspirations, Manix. Let's see what we have going on here. There's a probe moving across the map. A probe moving across the map. Still moving across the map. Still looking for a place. And we have a forge going down. So it's cannon rush time then, huh? I don't think... Did we have a cannon rush last week? Probably. Maybe. In these 10 games. But usually we don't have cannon rushes. They don't seem to be so common anymore. I think people have learned how to hold them. Also, you should really have a Overlord parked here to prevent exactly that. Pool is going down. And we have cannon going down. It's a bit early, I believe. It should probably time it so it goes up shortly after the hatch goes up. So you also probably shouldn't run your probe directly next to the hatch so it can be seen, because that's probably a bad idea. The follow-up, meanwhile, is non-existent. The follow-up is a cannon and no full wall. This gives Manix a couple of seconds to cancel this hatchery, which of course he does. Saves 225 minerals that would have been lost otherwise. And thus this cannon rush is very ineffective now. We'll go for another expansion location, but I believe the probe is a bit too close up. Nope, it's not. There we go. Hatch is going down, and he'll probably just build another pylon here, which will cost him another fortune in minerals. Baneling Nest is up and being cancelled and morphed into a roach warren. Second gas is taken. Of course, the perfect reaction to any cannon rush is take your second gas, immediately build a roach warren, get a layer, a nidus, and build roaches and kill the Protoss across the map, because usually those cunts don't have anything there. No offense. Anyway, this is probably even too close. It's not very nicely done here. It's a bit sloppy by Butch. And I don't think this will go up. 4 lings are more than enough to kill a building cannon, even 2 if need be, and the pylon will go down before these even finish warping in. Of course the warping... Does the warping stop? Nope, the warping continues. Even that's... Okay. Oh well, the warping... I thought it would stop once the energy's gone, but apparently not. That's a bit weird. And it appears he's building his whole base here across the map. Of course, we have some lings now moving across the map. Move across the map, move across the map. There's nothing here, you can just walk in and kill everything. Ermagerd preparing to protect himself is Mannix. He knows there's a massive attack incoming. I think he saw everything there, right? Nope, he didn't see the robo, but he saw the gateway, so he knows there's units incoming. One roach, of course, can kill a zealot on its own by kiting. Even better if there's lings to hold. And ravagers are very good versus buildings of the Protoss kind, especially cannons and pylons. Should probably place a cryptum here so he can move those spines downhill as well. A bit sloppy here, Mannix. Could have hit that with both. Of course, the shield's gonna regenerate in a second. And then... you can hit him again, never mind the zealots, hit him. There we go, bam bam, this time he hits. And the shields are gone, the cannon is cracked. Shield battery will heal the cannon back up. Oh god. Shield batteries really make cannon rushes a hard thing to deal with. I really wish Mannix would have attacked over here, there's still nothing to defend except one cannon. These lings could probably end the game if they just ran past the cannon and attacked the builder boys of Protoss. Protoss is being contained. He's being contained in his contain area. And I think one more... yeah, there's 4 Ravagers, so they should be able to one-shot a cannon, I believe. Right? Nope. Not enough. Two-shot then. There we go. Cannon will go down now. Boom, goes the first cannon. And Protoss knows his time on Earth is limited. He even built the fucking cybercore over here. Look at this. How bold can you get? That's a lot of Zerg that's ready to pounce here. Of course, the shield battery is very low on health. Protoss should have probably built 2 more shield batteries, and then this would be a very hard thing to crack. Boom! There we go. 2 more cannons remain. If this pylon falls, there's still another one. And the cannon gets almost taken out. Boom, only 1 cannon remains. The Immortal gets ambushed here as soon as it pops. And now it seems Protoss will lose all of his tech, which of course will spell disaster, and Protoss knows he is doomed once that pylon falls. Which it will, even before the next... oh, okay, he wanted to transfer them. Doesn't matter now. No pylon, no gate. There's stargates, of course. If you can't win with your first cheese, you just build a Florencia base in the corner of the map and get a Void Ray out. Some Void Ray chads. Fucking up your day. Nothing unusual about that if you're Zerg. Lair is incoming now, though. Excuse me. I am guessing that Mannix should probably build a round of drones now and then move on to bigger shores, i.e. either more units and go kill the toss, or what's it called? Spire Tech, exactly. Spire Tech. Injects, injects, injects. Very important. And we are moving across the map for the kill. There is, of course, 3 Void Rays out by the time this push hits. And unless Protoss gets very, very sloppy, these Void Rays will kill the Zerg army. There is, of course, a slight chance that they might be hit by Biles. And Manny's like, oh god, why? Oh, he's actually getting hit by Biles. Never mind. There's 2 more, yeah, down here. Chad Ray is, of course, very good versus Roach. Do you see how fast that... There was a nice explosion there. What is Mannix's follow-up? Hydra Den. Fair enough. Everything died on this side of the map. Meanwhile, Protoss has expanded in a weird position, so Zerg doesn't know he has expanded. Protoss is up double the workers from Mannix, so it's going to be very, very hard. Of course, Mannix has to prepare for Chad Rays now. He knows they are coming across the map. There's 4 of them now, which is a huge number. And Mannix is not very strong on minerals, so he is having a hard time getting Hydras out. He will probably be able to build 2 Hydras in a couple secs, but... Yeah, I mean, if Protoss runs his Void Rays into 3 Spore Crawlers, he can't be helped. He will just lose them. I mean, who would have thought, right? And then... he leaves. Because... reasons. I mean, yeah, why not? Get the fuck out if you want to. Oh well. Well done, Mannix. Well done. And we're hopping into game number 5. Game number 5. Where is it? What is it? It's Terradin. Oh my god, it's Terradin. On an old replay as well. Damn it. In the bottom left, we have the blue Terran. It's Kruger, who is really Terradin, our all-inspiration boy. Facing off versus IOC Hexenhammer, which means witch hammer in German. Hexenhammer. Der Hexenhammer. That's how this works. That's how this works. Let's see what Kruger's up to. He likes to cheese. I actually basically forced him to cheese, so I have a cheese replay. Which reminds me, please send me your replays on Discord or at replays. Replay. I'm not sure, damn it. Damn it. I forget. Yeah, replay at fizzbin.com. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Forget my own email address. Sometimes I have blackouts. Ooh. Okay. So we have a walled off probe here that cannot get in for the life of it. And no proxy. Yet. Pretty standard build here from Hexenhammer. Meanwhile, Kruger is just, you know, winging it. He's just playing his game. He's just building stuff, harvesting gas, building another barracks in a hidden spot, you know, the stuff you do. Did he just try to steal gas there? He might have. Okay. Seeing the expansion tells him everything he needs to know. There's no one base push incoming from Protoss, so he is safe to do his cheesy stuff. Opting for the Stalker here. And opting for Double Reaper is the Terran. Of course, Protoss spotted the reactor, which should tell him that there's probably double something coming. Reapers used to be ridiculously good versus Protoss buildings. They nerfed that a bit. But now that the pylon doesn't have the OP cannon anymore, it might be back in play. I don't know. We'll see. First Reaper on the board, looking for the probe. We'll find it once it hits here. And then probably wreck the probe's day. And we have another Rex coming in. So 3 Rex reactor Reaper, or... Oh god, it's mass Reaper time then. He's only seen 1 so far, so that's not gonna tell him much. Did he see that? He didn't see there's no expansion as well. And gathering his Reapers up here is a Kruger. There's gonna be a shitload of Reapers across the map very shortly. Very, very shortly. And if you have Terradin's control, Reapers are a deadly weapon. Deadly indeed. And we see a proxy missile turret here. For reasons? I don't know, man. Protoss says, nope, fuck off. You're not gonna build that here. The probe says, yes, I will. That probe. And then the stalker goes like, oh shit, there's Reapers, oh fuck, I'm so dead. And dies. Of course, there's not really much here to deal with this. There's an immortal out soon. Oh, will he actually... Nope. A bit too late here. If he could have gotten that pylon, that would probably have been game. The nice thing about Reapers is those things, if you don't lose them, they regenerate super quickly. Look at this. Plock, pock, 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 pock. 4 more incoming. Shield batteries have been placed. 1 here and 1 here. Protoss is losing lots of units. The shield battery will go down once the pylon falls. So will the shield battery, of course. And this forces the Protoss to either abandon his base or fight outside the range of shield batteries. I'm not sure I agree with going for it here in a straight-on fight, but it looks like Kruger knows what he's doing. Look how fast these Protoss units die here. Even with the shield battery, there's just too much Reaper going on here, and this might well be GG. Hexenhammer is pulling his SCV, his buildy boys, and says GG. That was a very, very nicely executed Reaper rush, buddy. Well played. Yeah, retard Magnet Terran edition. That's an interesting thought ballot. Ah, come on, guys. Let's do another one. Let's see if I have another one for you. Let's just do a bonus game. Let's do a bonus game. Let's do one of mine. One of my worst games. Because why not? Let's see. Where are we? Of course we have to start the game again because it's also going to be an old replay. So we're going to end up in old again. Who is pinging me on Discord? All right, moving into game number 6 because today is just Monday, so we're doing an extra game and it's me playing. I don't remember this game, it has been on the last patch. On Port Alexander. Please send me some replays for next week, boys. I need some more to start getting this. In the top left, we have all inspirations. Fizbin says finally. And Supreme is confused. And then something other than Terran. Good luck, have fun. Oh yeah, I must have been facing a couple of Terrans. Facing off versus Fizbin, which is of course myself, is Supreme, the blue Protoss. Going for the low ground pylon here. Going for the low ground pylon. And let's see what we have here when it comes to cheese. What's going to happen? Going to be a 17 hatch, it seems like. Oh yes, the good old 17 hatch. And a probe moving across the map. What's it gonna be, boys? Let's see where the cheese is coming from. Is there even cheese? I would not label a game cheese if it hadn't cheese, would I? Or wouldn't I? Who knows? We will find out today. Together. Pool and the extractor going down here. And I'm guessing a cyber core will be thrown in the mix shortly. Probe spots everything that's going on, which is nothing out of the ordinary. And then hides in a suspicious spot. Let's keep our eye focused on this little buildy boy here. He's probably gonna do some weird shit soon. Ooh, a forge is thrown down. Do we have some sort of late cannon rush going on here? Might well be. Did you hear that clanking sound? That's fucking awesome. Look at those bayonets sticking out of my hatchery. Jesus Christ, man. Such a cool skin. Oh yes, okay, so we're gonna cannon rush the ramp. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did we just see there? Wait a minute. One bitey boy goes after the probe, the others after the pylon, but it's too late, it seems. I don't think the pylon can... Can it? I don't think the pylon can be taken down. Oh, but the second pylon goes up. And of course 2 cannons will make short work of 2 lings. That pylon will die as well. The queen... will it though? Nope. Yeah, the pylon will get taken out, but the next pylon is almost ready as well. This queen is almost dead. More pylons are going down. Of course the creep tumor will help immensely. Second queen going out. First queen dies though. A little bit of sloppy here by me as usual. And now this pylon is very, very nicely walled in here. Maybe another building here and... Yeah, why not waste some lings, you know. Speed is almost done though, the layer is on the way, second gas is taken, so... You know how we deal with cannon rushes. Meanwhile, at the Protoss base there has been a follow-up base expansion. But not a lot when it comes to probes. Is this a full wall yet? It's a lot of money going down, that's for sure. It's like 400 minerals more, 5, 6, 700, 8, 9. The pylon, 2 pylons died, so 1100 minerals. 2 lings are scouting what is going on here. And we'll be able to see that there's not too many probes. And not too many pylons, because all of the Protoss structures are almost over here. Luckily, we have a hatch down. And, yeah. This is eventually getting cleaned up. The creep is spreading all around it, so it cannot spread further. So let's see what how this pans out. It's of course very annoying to have a cannon wall separating your bases as a Zerg. We have an observer out, which will protect versus an overseer out, which will protect against DTs. there's always a risk that DTs are incoming. The bitey boys are moving across the map now. Little fruit flies out for blood. There is enough to hold this, it seems. So there's not going to be much accomplished. It looks like he is awaiting some sort of drop play. Meanwhile, over here, the probe tries its best to further rush over here. We have a Nidus Worm out. Roaches are coming in as well. Cannon is taken out as well as the pylon. This will limit the cannon rush over here. 3 stalkers are warped in on this side of the map. Slow warp in here. And we had a Ling run by. Taking out some probes here off the Protoss. Nidus Worm is going down, but there's nothing inside the Nidus. Yeah, just run your units through here. Why not? Roaches in the base, roaches in the base. Meanwhile, stalkers in this base. Do we have a base race scenario here? We might have. We might have. There's a lot of damage being dealt here by me, and a lot of damage being dealt over here. The pool gets taken out, which prevents any building of Lings, which are of course a very strong counter to everything the Protoss has so far. Boys are being pulled, and we have an evacuation going on here. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's base trade. It's a real. Base trade is real. The base trade is real. Holy shit. Of course, the tech is completely reset. There is one gateway for the Protoss and nothing remaining for the Zerg. Okay, well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Haven't had one of these in a while. Probe still waiting until they can get back to work. They're currently on break, just chilling. Tech buildings are taking out here. Meanwhile, on this side of the map, everything has been taken out as well. Only thing remaining is the Overlords. Supreme, of course, is floating heavily, as we can see here, so he can build a couple of Nexi. But he only has 2 probes, so this puts him in a very bad spot, actually. Because it will take forever to rebuild his probe count. And I managed to save my probes in good old Florencio fashion, though I had to use a Nidus Worm instead of a recall, because of course we don't get OP stuff. We have to have a worm that spreads the length and breadth of the web map to morph our units over there. And Supreme has finally rebuilt his Nexus in my old expansion spot. And he still has this little fort here across the map. There's of course still creep spread everywhere except here. And Overlords. The Nidus Worm is still there. I'm not sure I can build another Nidus from this side. I don't think so. But we are well saturated here. Our base is up. The spawning pool is coming out. And we will probably get an expansion soon here out of Fisbin. This might well be minute number 2 or something. Except there's like huge armies out on the map and the cannon ring here. And huge Protoss army as well. So tech is slowly being rebuilt here. And gas is being mined. Protoss with slight advantage because he's taking the full base here. So I need to wait until my expansion pops again. But I'm still up tremendously. He can only now start to make more probes. Of course, he is still floating minerals. Now we are equal, so I will be ahead in army as well as in worker supply. But of course, we don't know that. We don't know that, so let's see. I feel like I should be introducing the players again because we have switched sides now. But we're not gonna do it. Supreme should probably come across the map and see what I got. But he decides to be a defending boy for now. Meanwhile, my hatch is about to pop and I will probably be building more drones shortly to fill the gap in this mineral line here. Lair is incoming as well for that sweet, sweet tech. That is so crucial to the mid game that we have now. 11 minutes and a half have been played in this game. And we have just now taken our expansions. Looking for Florencio bases is been, because you never know with Protoss these days. Since Florencio has started building his buildings all across the map, some Protoss tend to do this as well. Not this one though. And we are moving across the map. Both of us decide to move across the map. Let's see where the clash will be. Being forced to retreat here by the Biles is the Protoss army. That's a scary amount of Ravages, of course. If those Biles connect, the army of the Protoss will evaporate. Lots of Zealots. More Stalkers being warped in. Of course, Protoss's production capabilities are still very, very slow. He's catching up in workers though. But he's down in supply and army. So let's see if we can trap the Protoss here. Looks like we can and will force the fight here. And the Protoss tech is once again in peril here. If he loses the core once more, or the pylon, you know, that powers the gates, it's gonna be a hard day, and it goes down indeed. The core will be taken out once more. Protoss can only build Zealots once again out of one gate. Yes. And this is game over for our Protoss buddy. He managed to rebuild himself nicely. He's pulling the boys now, which is never a good thing versus Roach Ravager. And he's being decimated again. Meanwhile, more Zerg is moving across the map, more Roaches are pouring in, and slowly dwindling is the Protoss army, now even eating Biles and exiting the game. And this also concludes our session for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Sunday. Please remember to send me some cheese. If you don't have cheese, make some cheese. And I will be casting you next week. And I will be seeing you next week. Or even earlier. We will see. Thank you very much for joining me today. And have a nice evening. Bye bye.